You what? Oh, yeah, you got it.
I need a motion to approve the June minutes. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Tim, Ms. Quinn, which one wants to go first? Okay. Okay.
You can share one.
Yes. Brittany.
I'm Tim Perkis. I'm the Director of Event Services at Hendricks College, but I'm here representing the Village at Hendricks Market, which was approved for some grant money to get started up. And so this is kind of the follow-up. What you've been provided is a brief summary of the event, as well as a summary of the budget and the expenses, of course, that we would seek reimbursement for from that grant. As well as a longer narrative if you're interested in kind of getting some more information, and also a summary of a survey we conducted with some of the people who visited the market, as well as some of the vendors as well. But first, I want to take the opportunity, obviously, to thank the commission, right, for your support, as well as Rachel, as well, for your support and answering lots of questions as we were going through the process as well. But certainly, yeah, I wanted to open it up to questions and anything that might be on your mind. Thank you.
Noticed that 13 of them were zip codes outside of Conway. Were they local
So,
outside of Conway?
yeah, so a lot of those were possibly the vendors as well who actually came and did the booth. And so we had a lot of local growers and makers that came from the surrounding area. And so there's a good chance that it could have been them as well as their family and friends as well, right? And so part of the market is we did ask them to share their social media and kind of help us get the word out. And so that could explain that as well. They did, yeah. We had really positive feedback from the vendors. A lot of them are interested, obviously, in participating again, and we hope to carry this forward. Lots of different ideas, right? As we kind of did this the first time, lots of ways to grow and reshape. But they had a tremendous time. We in the narrative, you'll see a nice quote from one of the vendors who really enjoyed the atmosphere. It was a more laid back and casual. They really appreciated not being on asphalt, right, for a market. So the Village Green is all grass, right? So obviously a little more comfortable, but it gives it a different feel as well. But even with the laid back atmosphere, she really did well financially as well, right? And so did not change her sales at all, but definitely changed the atmosphere of the market itself.
Question? You say whatever you like.
I'm the color and contrast to this. I'm a village resident and I helped Gloria with it. And it just was a wonderful, thank you for supporting it because it was just such a wonderful feel to it. And I think each market had a different flavor. So we learned a lot of what worked, what didn't work, where we're going to tweak it. I think the first market had a lot of kind of old Conway, community Conway, but also it was a diverse group, but it was more like a hug when people saw each other for the first time. The second one, people kind of got the hint because we had the live music. We had that sponsored by local businesses, and they came and they stayed and brought their picnic blankets and kids, and we had a big children's area. We got sponsored. So it was a good format on both sides of the green. And then the third we had to postpone because of heat, but we did it right after July the 4th, and that was more of a come in and come out, but people still, we were worried about that because of the timing of it all and the weather, but it was really cool that day, and we just had fun. And so just thank you for supporting it. The signage was key, and if you ever drove up Hark Rider during our time, you saw it, and it drew a number of people in who wouldn't otherwise have come. So anyway, thank you. Sure.
Any more questions?
Thank you for the recap.
Thank you so much. We
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Look forward to your application next year.
Thank you.
How are you?
Right. I mean, if I can- Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Krista Quinn. I'm the Faulkner County Extension Agent, but I'm here today representing the Arkansas Urban Forestry Council. I serve on the board of the Arkansas Urban Forestry Council, and we are here to give a follow-up report on the Natural State Tree Climbing Championship, which was held May 5th through 7th at Hendricks College. The commission supported us with a seed grant, and which we greatly appreciated. This is an event where we're not really trying to make money. We're literally just promoting the arboriculture industry and promoting the benefits of trees and proper tree care. And so this event is one where we just want to highlight the skills of these professional arborists and kind of demonstrate why somebody would want to hire one of these professionals rather than just, somebody who can cut down trees and maybe doesn't have any kind of a certification. Anyway, this was a wonderful event. We had 54 volunteers. These are the people who are maybe judging the competition or setting up the various, there are different events in the championship, and so they're setting those up and running those events. 24 of those were from Arkansas, the most of them, outside of Conway. Others were from Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. We had 41 competitors. So these are the people that are actually doing the challenges and competing for the title. And 14 of those were from Arkansas. Others were from Alabama, California, Colorado, Florida, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and Wisconsin. And most of those competitors actually have kind of a support group with them. They might be coworkers, some might be family members. So you might kind of think about like a NASCAR race where you've got like a racer, but they've got a team behind them that is supporting them with their tools and their, what they need to be able to compete. And then we also had a number of spectators. We worked with the Conway Tree Board, and the Tree Board did an excellent job of promoting this event to the local public. And they also set up a booth at the event that promoted the benefits of trees in our community and proper tree care. And we estimate that we had about 300 additional local spectators. As far as dining, the Urban Forestry Council provided several of the meals. And so they spent a total of $4,200 on food at Walmart, Starbucks, Hendricks Dining Services, and Nukes. We also know just from talking to some of the participants that they visited, they really enjoyed being able to walk from Hendricks just kind of down Front Street. And so they visited a number of the restaurants and businesses on Front Street. And then of course, this was Toad Suck weekend. So they were able to, just walk downtown and participate in Toad Suck as well. So they visited Patio Cafe, US Pizza, Burger King, and a large group went to King's every night. So
I can vouch for that.
Were they climbing trees?
I say they climbing trees.
Climbing to your balcony.
They were by the end of the night.
So, so the main event was on Saturday and Sunday, but Friday was a setup day, and they had some like safety training and that sort of thing. So, most of the attendees at the event, the participants at the event, I should say, they stayed 3 nights, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A few just stayed Friday and Saturday. It was interesting to see that even people from Central Arkansas, from like North Little Rock area, stayed in Conway. So we didn't get a great return on our survey that we did, unfortunately. But so there's a lot of this is from just talking to people. But so these were the large groups, like I said, like the competitors have, like this support group. So a lot of them stayed in Airbnbs. We know that. But we figure with 95 volunteers and competitors, and if you kind of average like 2.75 nights, that resulted in about 261 room nights. And then we do have the results of that survey at the bottom. But if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer
I
those.
drove past on Saturday. I was kind of amazed at as large a crowd.
It was a great event.
And for people to come so far to climb a tree, that's pretty cool.
Actually, the participants were so complimentary of the location. They loved being in Conway. They loved being at Hendricks. They loved being able to walk from Hendricks downtown and have all of the restaurants and everything right there. So they really, really enjoyed it. So it is an annual deal. It often moves around, but if they were to find a location that they really and they did really like being on Hendricks. So I can't really say where we'll end up in the future, but it could be.
We'd like, come on down.
Nope. We'd love to have them back.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kristen.
Balance sheet, the first page shows the balance in our operating account to be $1,317,086.45. The balance in our collections account, $1,023,415.96. And the balance in our CD to date is $481,010.16. Is adjusted up to the balance as of June 30th that Denise sent over. So, second page, well, really move to the third page because it does a 2-year comparison. Our interest is so much more because the journal entry for the interest on our new CD versus our old CD is approximately 11,000 and some change in interest increase since we moved. Current month for the year, revenues were $577,324.96. Left us in the black by $98,673.40. As opposed to last year at this time, we're in the black $63,981.97. And for the year, we are at $349,206.27 in the black, as compared to last year, June of 22, at $232,550.98.
I don't know if you'll notice right here. I need a motion and a second for me to get a stamp instead of signing these checks.
Yeah.
77 checks last month.
Motion made.
Hopefully that's never the case again.
I'm just gonna leave it at our desk.
Swallow the whistle.
Oh, yeah. WCA.
Yeah.
I told Jill we made up for it this month.
They're already done.
Like
It's
six
already
They're already done.
And we did get a check in from, what was it, the Arkansas Activity Association
Yes.
for for $6,672.40 for our portion of the ticket sales from the event to help make up for all this money that went out and all those checks that got written. Luckily, I had ordered some extra checks because I was like, oh, Lord, we are at the very bottom of the box. And then luckily I had stashed up some more. So
And you're not allowed to bid 100% of the gate. And so the maximum bid for that weekend of champions is 95% of the gate. So that represented 5% of the total gate. So they cut that back to us. Is why we got a check from AAA.
5% of the total.
$6,000 was 5% of their total gate sold.
$1,672.40.
Yeah. So we had to write a lot of checks. Jill had to write a lot of checks. Travis had to sign a lot, but it was a really successful event with a lot of people here.
That's right. That's $200,000. 10% would be 20,000. Half of that would be 10.
What did we say last month? 15,000 paid admission plus everybody with a AAA pass, which is very exclusive. It's a very exclusive
Group of about
Yeah.
5,000.
Sure, or more.
Yeah, in Arkansas.
Yes.
But yeah, they had approximately 15,000 folks paid admission.
That sounds like They're
They gave
happy.
us some context on attendance historically, and it was very good.
they're happy.
Oh yes, they were very happy.
I would say this the accounting, the labor, the time, how to bill, how to pay on the activities is probably the biggest kink and bug that year one to work through, and we think we've got a good solution for year two to streamline everything. But yeah, it was
Nice.
pretty seamless for
Actual operations of the event were seamless. Yes. from
I
what they
forget
said.
what AAA's biggest complaint was, and they had to kind of fish for something.
It was that before the second place trophy had been handed out, the first place was announced in one game, and they had one parent complaint. And that was the biggest issue they had during the course of these 20 games.
That's
So
awful.
Yeah.
they were thrilled with that.
14,999 were happy.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
Day long.
But one mama was big mad.
We saw people from all over the country at that tournament. Did you? Here and there.
Get the handshake.
On the big papers already. I know. Actually got put on regular.
Andy, I'm gonna skip to this. Just look at this guy put on regular paper.
Yeah.
You even kind of blew it up a little bit.
Look at
Y'all can see this.
That's all
back
thanks to
there.
code enforcement.
Yeah, great job. Great
Yeah.
job.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is
Hell,
fun.
that's amazing.
Sorry to take
That
let's go
is.
big.
So big.
Let's go big.
Okay, the first two pages are just the breakdown of what gets paid to the city and what gets paid to the AMP Commission. The third page are collections for the month of June 2023 were $556,918.47. That's up over June of 22 by $64,174.38. Up over June of 2021 by $81,921.54. And it's our greatest amount of collections year to date for 2023. Fourth page, our delinquent collections. It was 16,154.02 for food and 1,902.01 for motel, totaling $18,056.03 and 3.24% of collections. I remember most of the people on the delinquent list were mostly food trucks, so their sales aren't as great as most. Of course, brick and mortar restaurants, any brick and mortar restaurant really. Fifth page is collections excluding delinquent, totaled $538,862.44. That's up over June of 22 by $60,151.74. 11.16% increase. Last page, pay simple payments, which is our online payments. We totaled 247,000. We're inching up closer, Andy. $766.36, and we're 44.49% of collections.
We're not ever gonna get to that 50.
Yes, we are, Andy. We just had.
How we gonna do it?
You can ask Kathy. We have people call all the time that are just starting to make their payments
And,
online.
and I am now volunteering my services to, you can call me and I will walk you through it monthly. Hopefully that's just 1 month.
Listen, probably you haven't met her. This is Kathy Gaskin. She's my AMP assistant. This is the commission. I'm sure you probably know most everyone here by now.
I know.
Been sitting in the background.
Been watching y'all on TV.
Sorry. Welcome to the club. Before we move on, I need a motion.
I make a motion for the approval of the financials.
I've got a motion and a second for the approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
For the collection. Our friends at Fat Burgers. How are they? See them on our list. Yeah. They apply for a liquor license.
On the list. Pepper.
Did- Okay, I'm seeing yes and I'm seeing no. I thought so.
Airbnb.
Not a lot of business there from
I don't see-
driving by.
What's
I
that?
don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. There's not any Greenbrier.
Might be more there.
No, it's
But I've
brick and mortar.
noticed.
Phone number. No.
Oh. That's a great state.
And we have tried to get in contact with all of these people, and these are the ones that didn't. Well, charcuterie and more is gonna probably always be on here. That's the same people that own the Magic Food Bus. They're just constantly on here.
Why does Home Away have two phones?
They have 2 different addresses, so they have 2 different permits.
Airbnb.
Short-term rental
Airbnb.
property, yeah.
Yeah.
No. She just asked.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Good job with that.
Oh, it's everybody.
I think it is.
Since the report was so short from last month, I don't have my paragraph to read. So I
I was gonna
need
say,
I'm
yeah.
guilty.
a 30,
I'm
60,
guilty.
90. All in favor, say aye.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I don't know whoever put first.
Yes.
You was have a
For
first.
the normal
Yes,
30,
ma'am.
60, 90,
Vote.
yes.
Cease and desist, all the good stuff in between. Mike,
Mike, mostly Mike.
thank you.
He said, "Yep."
Kept looking at this report going, all right, where's my paragraph? Nothing there.
Well, we had a.
It's right
We
there.
got through it, and we got through it fast.
It's a record, yeah.
Yeah, we did good.
We got 3 minutes.
Okay. Huh. So since last month, we kind of touched on Weekend of Champions, which happened in May. And then in June, we hosted the AAA All-Star Games. That was just a little over a week ago that finished. And I've reached out to AAA for an update, but the person that I deal with on this event, I think, went on vacation the day after the event and doesn't get back until the middle of this week. So I'll have an update on numbers for that next month, hopefully. We also assisted Game and Fish Commission on their Lake Conway Wintervation announcement, and I would say it's gone as well as possible.
Mhm.
There's, some pushback to it, but, for the most part, people understand that it's something that has to happen and it will be, good in the long run, but the next 5 years will be painful for a lot of people. So we've started working on Conway being designated as a bike-friendly community with a silver level designation. So that application is due at the end of August. We're working with the city on that, with the street department. We have an intern working for us right now, and she's a very smart college graduate intern, just spending some time with us before she takes her official job with Bloomberg in September, moves to New York City. So she's working on that application. It's about 100-page application, asking everything bike for Conway. So hopefully that is a positive outcome. Later this week, I will be meeting with a web design company to talk about an overhaul of the CVB's website. We'll do that Wednesday. And that would also hopefully they can get it pulled together quickly based on some frameworks of a new site that the chamber just did. So we can use a similar look, but with all of the tourism information. I'm hoping that will make it go a little bit more quickly than a typical start from scratch process. And if it's going to take longer than that, then we'll have an Eclipse landing page put on the current website. But if they get it pulled together quickly, then we'll just kind of roll that all in to the new site. Still TBD on that. I had a graphic designer put together some preliminary looks for Eclipse glasses, and they are really cool. I just saw those this morning. So hopefully we can order those soon. And get that moving. Any question? Anything else? Think of?
I think so.
Any questions?
Thank you for the email with all the reports.
Yeah, of course.
There was an article either the New York Times or Washington Post last week talking about no availability of any rental hotel rooms or Airbnb in several locations already in the
Well, and Melissa can tell you this, but based on my conversations with some hotel people, our rooms are not booked yet. Rates are higher. They have extended their, minimum night stay requirements. So if you look on Priceline or whatever, and you're only looking for one night, the night before the eclipse, it might look like our hotels are booked, but they're not. So we still have plenty of availability in all of our properties as far as I'm aware. Yes.
You asking for 2 night or 3 night?
And rates will obviously be a lot higher than the rate you're used to paying in Conway. So you're not going to get a room for $130. So it should be, hopefully a great turnout.
Great, thank you.
Okay. That's the biggest factor.
I'll never see the next.
We have a rain date.
Yeah, there's no rain.
Hey guys, so I hope y'all got our little mid-year update.
Yes.
First 26 weeks of the year, I think we hosted 42 different tournaments consisting of like 2,200 different teams, so we were very satisfied with that. But as far as this tournament, this month goes, we have 3 large tournaments. This past weekend, we hosted the World Fast Pitch Championships on the softball side of things. Over half of the teams in that tournament were from outside of the state, I think comprising of around 8 different states that participated in that. This weekend, we're hosting the USSSA World Series tournament. I think around 60 teams or something like that are signed up for that. 7 different states are contributing to the teams there. Most of those teams will probably start coming in, honestly, probably either tomorrow or Wednesday, because that tournament starts on Thursday. On the basketball side of things, we're hosting the National Hoop Play Tournament, which is a 3-day tournament that'll start also this weekend. It'll start on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Expo-wise, Miss Raylana will be coming into the Expo Center this weekend, and she'll be there for about 3 weeks. And then the last thing I was going to say, I forgot to even report, back in May, we did have a soccer tournament. I don't ever talk about soccer. But we did host a soccer tournament with around 70 to 80 teams in it. We're looking forward to our soccer fields being finished, and we will start trying to recruit tournaments for soccer. It'll be in a really good location for the hotels and for restaurants. So hopefully next year we'll have soccer to report as well too. And I think that's it. Any questions of me?
Back of the net numbers on the number of people that probably come through town on all of the things associated with what you're dealing with, Derek. The number, it was thousands.
Oh, absolutely.
Thousands come through this town. I think it shocks people sometimes how many opportunities there are in Conway. They're talking about areas they're coming from, and they don't see some of the things that have the number of fields and things that we do. Have them turf where rain or something doesn't hurt them, so it's a win.
But kudos to the city, because a lot of people, the reason that so many tournaments want to have to be here is because they love the restaurants, they like the hotels, the infrastructure's there, interstate access, and central part of the state. So you get a lot to offer.
It's a whole package.
It is. It is.
You're exactly right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Derek.
Derek.
Ms. Kim?
Oh,
She's like, oh, skip over me.
What we've already talked about, we've pretty much taken care of everything that was on last month's list.
there you go.
You got those, is it 5 for court?
We do have
Monday?
5 that have plea dates, actually, on the
Okay.
17th of this month. Shall I name them? All right, Aaliyah's Kitchen, Juice Me Up Cafe, Malia's Kitchen, charcuterie and more. And then the last one is a short-term rental at 1914 Independence. So if we need to do anything, if we need to make any changes or null pros, or you want to leave everything in place or whatever, just let me know. But otherwise, those plea dates will be on the 17th.
I need to leave charcuterie on there.
Okay.
Yes.
We're hovering around cheapos issue there.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate all your hard work.
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Really good
Yeah.
job.
Sorry. I was trying to beat Mike's time. I only had 3 or 4 minutes. That's why I skipped line. I got approved on everything, so we'll keep it going.
Well, we issued 6 A&P permits this month for restaurants. Actually, they were all mobile vendors, every one of them. Peach Wave of Greenbrier, Dinosaur Shaved Ice, Snow Days, Chef Marianne's has gone back to mobile, Jefferson's Mobile Grilling, and Tacos for Life food truck. So if you see those around, you know they have their A&P permits. I'm actually in the process right now of working with one short-term rental who's applying. I don't actually have their application yet, but it should be coming in any day. So 1 short-term rental this month and 6 regular A&Ps.
Like shutting the location.
They what?
Read that somewhere.
Do what?
Oh, on Dave Ward, they're closing down, but they haven't said yet what's going in there.
They're opening something else in there, though.
Yeah.
They just haven't announced
Same-
yet what it
same
is.
people?
Just different concept.
Waiting for that
There's
big
been
announcement.
a truck out there on the
Yeah.
parking lot
Yeah,
too.
there has been.
Yeah.
They've got their food truck operating here in Conway now, so they are permitted.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Thank you. New business.
There was going to be something on there, but we decided to push it a month, so nothing.
All right. Old business?
Is your location
Come along. Getting excited.
coming out of the ground?
Yeah.
Everything's good?
Everything's good, yeah.
You see on the bottom, next
Yeah.
meeting will be August 14th. So if that's it, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right.